As is with most of my recipes, this one was completely off the cuff, so follow along as I figure out what I'm about to make and what eventually ended up being a very spiced bacon wrapped meatball. To begin, you'll need about a pound of ground beef. Fit it into a bowl you can work in. Crack in 2 eggs. Add some spices. Here is about a half teaspoon of chipotle powder, a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of salt, and maybe a quarter teaspoon of freshly ground nutmeg. Finally, twist in 10 to 12 twists of fresh cracked black pepper, as well as a quarter teaspoon of garlic powder or granulated garlic. Combine this mixture very well. This probably took me about 5 minutes of combining. You're looking for a meatloaf kind of texture. This is really thick cut bacon, so I just sliced it in half and form about 2-ounce meatballs and wrap in bacon. Be sure to put the seam side down on your wrapped meatballs. This will ensure that it will seal during cooking. Repeat this until all of your meat mixture is used up. Add a little extra black pepper on top of each one, just to add a little more flavor. And then refrigerate for about 15 minutes uncovered. Now we're going to start the sauce. Put a pan over medium-high heat and add 1 cup of beef broth. Throw in some rosemary. Add a quarter teaspoon of fresh ground nutmeg and about a quarter teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper. Pull your meatballs from the fridge and throw them into a 400-degree oven. Once your broth comes to a boil, add 1/4 cup of sour cream, and 1 tablespoon of honey. What I'm going for here is kind of a glaze to put on the meatballs as they cook. I tasted it and it was a little too rich, so I used some vinegar to cut it. Add in a tablespoon of butter with the heat off to melt the sauce, and here you'll see it is nice and thick and coats the back of the spoon very well. Pour your meatballs out 15 minutes in and coat each one with a little spoon of your glaze. Check the doneness by feeling or using a thermometer and look for an internal temp of 150 degrees. Now plate and spoon over any extra sauce you have left over. And garnish with whatever you want. I use rosemary here just for a pretty picture.